Wow. All right. So that was good. Wish I could edit that out. I cannot. All right. So, welcome you guys to Stampin' Fun Fridays. I am Tina Carini, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Byron, Georgia, in the United States. I hope that you guys have had a wonderful week so far. Mine has been busy, but good. My son took four very important tests and he aced them all and he is graduated. So we're super, super happy for him and stoked about that and all that kind of good stuff. And um, so yeah, so that's all behind us, but it was going back and forth to schools and doing all the traveling and then having to go from one school to the other, and oh my goodness, it was a lot, but well worth it. So anyway, we're celebrating in that. So let's see, I almost didn't think that I was going to be able to make it tonight because we were supposed to have some really bad storms come in right about now, and so far so good. So I praising the Lord for that. So at least he's keeping them at bay for now. And I look out my window, really doesn't look like anything bad is coming, so you never know about that. So let's see, what else do I have to show you or to tell you? Oh, we've got a drawing tonight from last Friday night's live, and this is what you're going to get is a quarter pack of Designer Series paper. This, I forget the name of it, Field and Flowers or something like that, but this was from the celebration. And that is what you're going to get if you win the drawing. In order to be entered into the drawing, you must share the video and like my page and comment that you shared. Hey, Lynette. That's how you get entered into the drawing. If you just share it, sometimes I don't see who shared it. So it says I have a certain amount of shares, but it doesn't tell me everybody who shared it. So sometimes I just don't know who shared it to enter you into the drawing. So make sure that you comment. Also, your privacy settings can make a difference too on whether or not I even see your comments. So just keep that in mind. And also, if you want to have your notifications that I'm going live, when you're watching one of my live videos, either in your chat box or on the screen, it'll pop up. Do you want notifications then for the next time Sponge and Stamp goes live? It says something to that nature. So if you want them, just make sure that you say yes and you turn that on so that you will get notified when I go live. Okay, so I think that that is it. I have a couple others. You guys don't forget Last Chance product sale is still going on. There's some items that have sold out and they're gone forever, but there are still a lot that's left. There are discounts. It's a fantastic deal. Don't forget about my ordering special that's going on until the 16th of this month. With a $50 or more purchase from me before tax and shipping, I will send you either a pack of embellishments or a spool of ribbon, and that will ship out to you after I close the order after the 16th. So yeah, so let's see, what else do I have? I think that's it. So tonight, you guys, is Paper Pumpkin Alternatives. So I know that I'm really late on getting them out, but I finally did it. I waited so long that I've already seen some Paper Pumpkin alternatives. And a lot of the things that I had planned on doing have pretty much been done. So I didn't want to copy anything or anything like that. So it took me a little while to come up with some ideas. I don't even know if they're already out there. You guys know that if I do case somebody's or I'm inspired by somebody, I always try to give them credit for it. So, but these are ideas that I came up with. Somebody else might have too, I don't know. But I hope that you like them. It took me some time to do it. It was hard for me to come up with alternatives for this paper pumpkin because I really liked the cards that was in this kit. So this is one of them right here. I really like that. I think it's really cute. And then this was the other one. And so when I really like the cards that are in the card kit, which most of the time I do, it's kind of hard for me to come up with alternatives because I really like them. But I did. I came up with them. If you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, I'm going to have to pan the phone down so that you can really see it. Matter of fact, I think I'll do that right now. Hopefully I won't hang up the phone because I've done that before. I hit the wrong button and it hangs up. If I lose connection, just refresh your screen. Give me a few minutes to get back on and then everything should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to pan down. It's going to get a little dizzy for you guys just for a second or two. But hopefully I'll be able to get this right. And there's like a 15-second lag. Sometimes I feel like there's more than that. So it's hard for me to see if we're okay or not. And it looks like that we are. Trying not to hit any buttons. Okay, so this is the host code, because you have to use this host code if you order to get my ordering special. You have to use that host code also. So Paper Pumpkin is a monthly subscription and it comes in a box. This is a special edition, so the box looks a little different. Usually it's like a reddish orange color, and it's a surprise. Comes straight to your mailbox, usually sometime a week after the 10th. Billing is on the 10th. You can subscribe monthly, every 3 months, 6 months, or a year. And you do save a little money when you subscribe more than monthly. So if you subscribe every 3 months, you'll save some. 6 months, you'll save more. And in a year you'll save. So Stampin' Up! Usually gives you a clue or hint of what is going to be in the kit. Like next month is going to be, let me show you, is going to be So Cool. And that's the name of it. It's So Cool. It's called So Cool, but I say it's so cool. So this is a hint. This is going to be your colors. You know it's going to have ice cream and all that kind of good stuff. So, and we don't even really know what's in it either because we're surprised as well. Demonstrators are. And everything that you need to create whatever the projects are in your kit come in your kit. So it's all nicely wrapped with the tissue paper and you unwrap it. Now mine is a complete mess, like I said, because I've been trying to get the Paper Pumpkin alternatives done. You get a stamp set. You get an ink spot, so this is your ink. You get all the pieces to create your cards. So these pieces here are actually liners that fit into the envelopes. So that was really cool that Stampin' Up! Did that this time around. Sometimes the envelopes are pre-printed on the inside, but so it just fits in there. I promise you it does. I'm just trying to hurry. It does. It fits in there perfectly, actually. There we go. So, just like that. So isn't that pretty how that does that? But on our alternatives, we are going to use some of this instead of putting it in our envelopes. And then this one, actually, they come with die cuts that are already died out, and all you have to do is just carefully punch them out. This one came with the pre-printed cards so that you can decorate, like this one right here. I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on this, but like this. So you put that on there and then you stamp the happy. They give you the tags to do that. So you have your tags. So everything you need. This one actually came with, so here's some more punch outs. It's all a mess right now, I tell you it is. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Comes with this one actually came with a free gift with a sponge and stencils. So we're going to be using a couple of those tonight too. So I think there was 4 stencils. So there is clouds, the sun and the sun rays, mountains, and this one in here that's in this pack here is stars. So you got your sponges too. So I've cut my sponge in half and then I cut it in threes. So that's how I like to do mine, is just to cut it into threes. I need a bigger scissor for this, but this will work, I think. I tell you guys, lives are something else. You get me real. There is no editing. There is no nothing. And sometimes it can be really nerve-wracking because you don't really want to mess up and you don't want to be shaky and you don't want to twist your words up and get all confused. But sometimes once that live button is hit, it just happens. It's like my brain goes somewhere completely different and I don't know where it goes, but it does. It goes. So this right here is the first card that we're going to do. I don't really like this, so I tweaked it a little bit and I'm going to show you what I did. But first, let me show you how I got this window. I took one of the card bases that came in the card kit. It's already pre-printed. Isn't that pretty? But we're going to mess it up. So what I did was I put it into my trimmer and I just kind of lined up where, I'm not going to cut this one, but where I think that I want it to cut. So I'd much rather cut a little more than what I needed because I can always go back and trim up this cutout piece here. But it's harder to trim in the inside of the square, if that makes sense. So I just cut a little extra more than what I think I needed. And I just put my arrow right where I want it to start. And then I slide my blade down. And then I just rotate it. And then I do the same thing to this side, just like that. And then rotate it again. And do that all the way around. That's all you do. And then you get this right here. This, I thought it would be really, really cool to use our 3D embossing folder, and I forgot the name of it. It's the Evergreen 3D embossing folder. I thought it would be really cool to emboss this, and that's what I did. So this was the piece that I already cut out. You're going to save your little decorative piece here. You're going to save that because we're going to use that on another card. So then I just brought in some Calypso Coral cardstock, and it's just our regular card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of white, oh, got something on there, of white cardstock, and this is slightly smaller than this. I trimmed this down too, you guys. I trimmed it down to, but let me, hold on one second. Let me back up for a second. Before you trim this down to the size that you want it to be, which I think I trimmed this down to like 5 1/4 by 4. Before you do that, run it through the embossing machine, because I didn't do that and it kind of tore in the really thin areas, because that is a really deep impression embossing folder. So you really want to trim that. Don't want to trim it before. So trim it after you emboss it. And then this is just, you can do it the same size or just slightly smaller. And I think it's like slightly smaller than this piece. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my mountains, and I am going to put some scratch paper here too. So I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to move this out of the way. Let me see here. And I need to look at my picture to remember what I did. I think I did the really big point first. No, I did this side here first. So I'm going to lay this right on my card, just like that. And like that, I'm going to tape that down with a little bit of washi tape. I'm going to use one of my corner sponges. I'm going to bring in some smoky slate. And I'm going to ink this up really good. Kind of get it. And then we're going to just sponge. And I'm going to be careful not to get it up here in this part. And then I'm just going to sponge it. I'm going to start off lightly and just add ink because I don't want it to be all blotchy. And sometimes if you start off with too much ink, it will become blotchy. So I'm just going to rub it until I get the desired darkness that I want for this. Oh, did I tell you guys that if you want to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you have to subscribe before or by the 10th of every month. And that's also when the billing happens, is on the 10th of every month. You can cancel it at any time, or you can suspend it. So like if you want to suspend it, if you're going to be out of town or whatever, you can just skip that month. But you have to do that by the 10th as well. Okay, so I think I'm good with that. So now I'm going to just take this off. And then I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to just lay this down right about there. So I want it to go just to the bottom of that mark right there, where that white tip comes down, or the valley in the mountain. And I'm going to ink up again, and now I'm going to go just a little bit lighter. Lynette, you having a good week? I hope so. So my son, he has an appointment tomorrow to get his learner's permit, for his driver's license. So he's super excited about that. So I'll be taking him in the morning to go get that. You know, he's so happy. Okay. Do I have that? I do. I have that slightly covered up right there, but I think it's all right. Okay, so I just want it a little bit darker. Okay, there we go. I think that's dark enough. Maybe just a little darker. Maybe just a little bit. All right, I think I like that. Okay, so now we're going to peel this up again, and then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to use the middle mountain. And we're going to do the same thing. Bring that right down to where those valleys are. And I'm going to ink it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to start. And I'm okay if I go over the other mountains that I've already sponged in, because they're darker. So if they tend to get a little bit darker, it's okay, because I'm not going as dark. So it really is okay. Do 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 do. Okay. All right, I'm okay with that. So now we're going to peel that up and we're done. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, let's see here. I am going to use some Pretty Peacock. I'm going to bring in the birds that come in the stamp set. Oh, did I? Yeah. And I am, you know what, I really wanted my mountains to be a little bit higher. So I think I'm going to flip this around and just do just like that. I really want, let me see here. Let me lay this right on there. Yeah, I do. I want my mountains to be, so I colored these mountains, or sponged them with this side. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to use the same center one, but I'm going to flip it over and make them a little bit higher in the background. And we'll sponge those just a little bit lighter. Okay, so we got that. Come on, tape. Here we go. And I'm going to lay this right about there. I think I'm good with that. Right there. Okay. Just like so. All right. Wait. No, that's the wrong one. Ooh, I'm glad I caught that before I started sponging that. Woohoo! Like I said, I am only human and you get real right up front. There is no forgiveness. Okay, so I am going to just do that just like so. I think I'm going to like this anyway, and that came off. Just want to hold my stencil down. That's all I want to do. Okay, and we're going to ink that up in Smoky Slate again. So let's bring out the smoky, like you would have fixed it. Yes, I would have. I would have tried to anyway. Oh, I tell you, it really is difficult sometimes because you want to be perfect even though you know you're not perfect. But it's hard when you mess up on live. Oh, it is all good. It is all good. Okay, so these mountains are way in the background. I think I'm okay with how that looks. All right, so we're done. There we go. Well, done with the mountains. Gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and lay this on top here. I really don't want it to be, I really want to be able to see. You know what? I'm going to trim this just a little bit here because I really want to see more of those mountains than not. So, and it's okay, as long as this piece of paper is hidden, it will be okay. So I think we're good there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my birds. I'm ready for my birds now. And I'm just going to have them go in different directions. So just like so. And then we're going to come down here just like that. And I think I'm going to put one more like right there. Okay. So there's our birds. That one might get covered up, but it's okay. I'm going to take these stickies off because I've already put these on here just to kind of save time because I knew that I had at least 4 cards to do. 3 or 4. I have 3, but I'm hoping to get to the 4th one. The 4th one is an idea that I have in my head. So I'm really not sure how it's going to turn out, but it won't take long to do, I don't think. And I think it's going to be really cool. Especially for my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. I want them to, I want you guys to be able to see different ideas that you can use if you want to. I need my, well, I really would like to have my silicone mat, but I'm not quite sure what I did with it. It was here earlier today. Of course it was, but it's not now. never fails. Never, ever, ever fails. So I think I'm just going to move that. And now I'm just going to try my best to get this on here. About like that. Now I want it to come down a little bit further. I'm sorry if my head's in the way. But I'm really trying to get this on here the best that I can. Like so. And it's still coming up over the top. So you know what we'll do? We will just take our scissors and just kind of go up underneath and trim that right off. Okay. All right, so there we go. So now I am going to, wow, that's not on there straight, but it's all right. Okay, I'm going to take my glue, my liquid glue, and just kind of put some glue on this. And then we are going to stick this best that we can right on here, just like so. Thank you so much for joining me. It really is an encouragement when you guys join me, and because I do this for you guys. I really enjoy it, first off, but I really do like to come on here for you guys and inspire you and do all that fun stuff with you guys. And now I need, here it is. Actually, this isn't the one I wanted. Let me take, nope, that's not it either. What did I do with it? I tell you, things just go awry when it's live. Okay, we will just take one out of here. And let me tell you, these trees are very flimsy. I tried to figure out the best way to do it, either from the back or from the front. I think that punching them to the back was easiest for me. Just like so. Because they're very, very delicate. That is for sure. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to just put that right on here like so. All right. And I still think it needs a little something else, but I'm just not sure what. Kind of struggling with it a little bit. I just don't know what. And I'm putting glue just on the outside of this thing. And we probably should put some dimensionals on here as well to kind of support the trees. So I'll put a dimensional there. Oops, oops, don't tear, don't tear. And a dimensional here. Hopefully I didn't get that too far over. We'll find out. I was actually kind of nervous about coming on tonight. I just don't know why. So hopefully this is going to go off pretty good. All right, so now I'm going to take the backings off of these. And try this again. Okay, so now I am going to put that right like so. There we go. Alright, so now we just need to put our little sentiment down here because that doesn't quite go over all the way. So I want it to cover that up. So we need a little tag, and here's our tags that come in the kit. I'm going to use Happy Birthday. I'm going to be using, you know what? I think I'm going to use Calypso Coral, which is the color of the ink spot that comes in the kit, in this particular kit. Each kit has a different color of ink spot that comes in. So you built up your collection of ink that way too. All right, there we go. It's actually a little darker because Tina did not clean her stamp off first. Oops. All right, so I am going to glue this flat down, I think. I hope. right here, just like that. And I still think it's missing something, but I have not figured out what in the world to put on there. But anyway, so that is card number 1. It's a little plain, but I really do like the embossing, and I think it's really simple, and it's pretty. Okay, so let's move that out of the way and go to the next one. So this one is the one that we're going to make next. This one uses the piece that you would cut out. Hey, Nikki, it's okay. Better late than never. Okay, so we cut this piece out, or I showed you how to do it. So right here, this one is actually a little smaller. Or is it? No, it's the same size. It just looks smaller. This is the, when you cut that piece out of your card, you're going to save the back side and trim it so that you can use it for your layering as well. Okay, so I cut out another piece that was just like a 1/4 of an inch larger than our square. And I hope I cut it straight, but for some reason it doesn't look like I did. I didn't. Oh, jeez. O'Malley. No, it is straight. What am I thinking? It's straight. Okay, so my eyes are crooked tonight. That's what it is. My eyes are just crooked. Thanks, Lynette. All right, so we're going to just take some Tombow glue, and we are going to just put this on here. I think that's why I was nervous, because I thought I would flub this up tonight, and I kind of am. All right, so now I took a piece of Pretty Peacock cardstock. It's the same size, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then what I did was I put it in my trimmer, just like this, and I cut off 2 inches, just like so. Cut off 2 inches, okay? And now, so that gives us this, okay? So you guys know how I love my little fun folds. Then I took one of the envelope liners, because there was 2 different designs. There was this one, and then there's the flowery one that I showed you guys. So we're going to put that. This is cut to, so I cut 2 inches off, so that left me, I think, with 2 1/4, and this is cut at 2 inches. So that gives me that border around there. Okay, so I am going to glue that down. Just like so. And you guys can tell me, because I'm not sure if I like it or not, and sometimes I can not like something, but you guys could absolutely love it. I kind of added candles to the side of that. Do you guys like that, or do you think it would look better without the candles? I just kind of wanted to do something kind of fun, because you know, when you look at that, it really does look like candles. Without the wicks, without the flame. Okay, so we've got that on there. Now that piece that we cut out, which is right here, the back side of your card, of that card base that comes in your kit. So you just want to glue that down, just like so. We're going to lay that in there, just like that. I want to make sure that my designer series paper kind of goes along with it. It could come this way a little more. There we go. Okay, just like that. Now this is going to get attached to this side only. So we're going to use dimensionals again. You could glue it flat if you'd like, or you can use dimensionals. I'm going to use the dimensionals. These dimensionals came in the kit. So in future kits, you will get your adhesives, any embellishments that are used on your projects, any die cuts will be in there. your envelopes, your card bases, and all that kind of good stuff. All that stuff will be in there for you. And I know this isn't overkill, but I'm okay with that. All right, so, and I could probably put more on there, but I'm just going to go with that. Okay, so then I'm just going to center this right here, like so, and voila. All right, so then I need my Wink of Stella, which I did not bring over. I know I didn't. And I wanted to add a little extra to this. And I don't think I'm going to put the candles on the side of this one. And then all I'm going to do is just take my Wink of Stella and just kind of brush up on the sun rays. Just like so. I really do hope you guys like these cards because it was a little difficult. Isn't that pretty? I hope you guys can see that. That is so pretty. And then you would write your message here, or you could even put a piece of white cardstock over here and write your message over there as well. Very, very pretty. There's also little sayings in here too that you can stamp on the inside. You can decorate the inside as well. So it's like, may your journey through life take you to many new and exciting places. Or this one, what did this one say? All the best for a happy, healthy, and prosperous year. So that would be good for birthday. This one would be great for graduation, for retirement, for anything that somebody would go on a journey or on an adventure. Okay, so there we go. So that's that one. So let's put that out of the way. And then this one here, I really do like this one. I love the way this one turned out. So here we go. There's this one. So what do you guys think about that? All right, so this one, I took a piece of the envelope. I just trimmed the sides of the envelope down. Let me show you. I just took it, put it in my trimmer, trimmed just enough of this off on both sides, just like that. Then it would open up, and then I took a piece this way, I think is what I did. And this is 2 inches, okay? 2 inches by probably 5 1/4, I think is what it is. 5 1/4. No, 4. I'm sorry, 4. 4 by 2. Okay, so yeah, because this is 5 1/2 this way. Okay, and then I took the another piece. No, I didn't. I had well, shoot, what did I do? I want that one for that card. So I need to get another piece of, I could have swore I brought a piece, but I didn't. Okay, I need a piece of Pretty Peacock. So let me grab that real quick. Matter of fact, we can just use this. This is already folded. Okay, so we've got our card base here. And then I have my, oh, here it is, right here. So this is one of the card bases that comes in the kit. I love that the inside is white, so it's already ready for you to be able to do your stamping or your writing, so you don't have to put a piece of white cardstock in there. Okay, so with this one, we have our piece of our envelope. We're going to stamp on that. I need to bring back in my scrap. We're going to bring in one of the images that comes in the stamp set. We're going to use Calypso Coral. And we are just going to stamp this all the way across the bottom. So just like so. And it doesn't even matter if you get it straight, even. If you go down further or whatever, it really just doesn't matter. I didn't stamp that one very well, but it's okay. Whoops, I went a little high on that one. But like I said, it doesn't matter. So isn't that pretty? I love that look. Okay, So that is going to go right down here on this. And we're going to trim some of that off because we don't need all of that. And then we have a strip of the other envelope liner. This is a 1/2 inch long, and that's going to go right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put those down with some glue. And just line that up the best that we can to the edge and to the bottom. Just like that. Don't dry because you're not all the way over yet. Just like that. Oh, I smudged some ink on that. Oh, good. That's going to cover that. Woohoo! All right, so I want to make sure that my flowers are facing the right way. And so that's how I want to glue it down. So I'm going to put some glue, and I don't need it to go all the way to the end, but I think that's probably enough. And then I'm just going to butt that right to the bottom or to the top of that envelope piece. There, just like that. And then we are just going to trim this right off. Like that, okay? And then we're going to take some of the twine that came in the kit as well, and we're going to wrap this a couple of times, and I'm leaving enough to tie a bow. So I think that's probably going to be enough. And I'm going to wrap it twice. 1, 2, just like that. And then we're going to tie that around, just like that. And then I'm going to do my little tip that I like, because you can get the tweezers that hold it in place, but I just use a glue dot and hold my ribbon in place or my twine in place. If I can get this piece to cooperate, there we go. Of course, I can always fiddle with it once I get it in place. So let me get my glue dots. Glue dots come in the kit too, but I am going to use my regular ones, but I think they're over in the other station. Oh no, here they are. Okay, so let me tear some of this off, and let me get my Take Your Pick tool, and I am going to just pick one of these off and place it right here, because that's about where I want my ribbon to tie. And I'm going to pull that pretty tight and stick that down, and it holds it in place for me. And then I can just tie my bow, just like so. So I have me tie it upside down. Sometimes when you tie your bow upside down, the strings go the right way. The tails will go the right way. Sometimes, sometimes not. Sometimes it will give you a fit. Okay, so there we go. I'm okay with that. I'm going to trim these just like that. So isn't that so pretty so far? And then you can fix your little twines to go the way that you want them to go. I'm okay with that. All right, so the next thing you want to do is stamp your sentiment right there. I used congratulations on this one, but I think this is so pretty. I almost want to make this a birthday card. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use Tone on Tone. So I'm going to use Calypso Coral again. Okay. Happy birthday. You know what? My other one is going to be happy birthday too. My next one. So that's okay. I need birthday cards. So let's go ahead and we're going to stamp happy birthday right there. Okay, so there we go. Happy birthday. And then we're going to take our tree that we just punched out, if I can find it. Well, Here's one here. I guess I can use this one. And this probably was the one that I did originally. And that is going to go just like that. And I'm going to glue this straight down. And I know that this doesn't go all the way to the end, but I think it's okay. If it bothers you, you can just, instead of stamping your sentiment on the card base, just stamp it on a tag and do the same thing that we did on the other card. But I am really okay with this because there's stuff going on with this card. It's not just the tree. Okay, so just like that, I want that to come over, and there we go. And then we're just going to glue this to the front of our card. And then I have something else that I thought about doing to this one, but I thought I would wait until we got till this one on the live to get y'all's opinion on it, because I just wasn't sure what I thought about it. And I like to ask you guys, and I like to include you guys in some stuff. So if I can find the pieces, which I did have them all together, but I have scattered them everywhere, right here. So these come in the kit too. And I thought about putting one here, like so, and then one like that, but I forgot to cut it off though. Well, we can cut it with a trimmer. Okay, so what do you think about that? So I know it takes about 15 seconds to get y'all's response, so hopefully you will answer me. Do you like it plain, like this? Whoop, piece of hair. Or add a little clouds in there. I think I really like that, but I'm not positive. You like it? I do. Do you like it? You like it? I like it. Okay. That's funny. I'm going to trim this one because this one is just a little longer than what I wanted. So I'm going to trim about that much off, I think. Hopefully I didn't trim too much. And then I think this one is going to be fine to go all the way. I'm going to trim this one too, just a teeny bit. You like it? I was asking you if you like it. Okay, so, and then we could pop that up, or we could, I think I'm just going to glue it straight down. So, but you could pop it up if you wanted to. I'm just going to do that, just like that. It's crooked, so let's try to get it straight. Okay. All right, and then we're going to do this one here too. Now this next card that I'm going to do, I don't have a sample to show you because I didn't do it. It's in my head, and I'm hoping that it's going to turn out. I'm really hoping that it is. And I want that one to go all the way to the edge, just like that. Okay, so there we go. So hopefully you like that. I think that one turned out really, really pretty. I like it a lot. Okay, so the next one, we are going to use the star stencil. And I couldn't decide if I wanted to use Pretty Peacock or the Seaside Spray. Seaside Spray is retiring, so is Pretty Peacock is retiring too, and I'm pretty sure it's all sold out, so if you don't have it, I'm so sorry. I want to cut a piece of this off, and I'm going to layer it down on the bottom, and I think I'm going to get, I know, I'm going to do a piece of white layer on the front of it. So let me grab some basic white cardstock here. And I am going to trim this down to 5 1/4. Turn that down. And then I'm going to cut it at 4. So I'm hoping this is going to turn out. I think the candles, I'm doing candles on this one, and I think that it will look really, really good. Let's see here. We're going to have this and this is going to go on there like that. Okay. So, and this is hot dog style. So this was cut in half, but at the 11 inch, down 11 inches, and then it's 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Okay. We're going to bring in our stencils, and I think that I am going to do, oh boy, I think I'm going to do a mixture of colors. So this is going to go right here, and I'm going to do the stars all the way down. I think that's going to be really pretty. I'm not going to use any washi tape, which is dangerous, especially for me. But that's what we're going to do. I think this is yellow. Actually, it's Pretty Peacock. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this one. We're going to ink this up really good. Kind of rub that off. Get that nice and worked in there. Okay, so I'm going to start with Calypso Coral. Here we go. We're doing this. It's too late to back out now. Okay, just like so. Some will be darker than others. It is okay. All right. Just like that. I hope this turns out. Your guess is going to be as good as mine. All right, and then I'm going to use some Pretty Peacock, I hope. Oh, please let this turn out. And I'm going to go really light on this, though. And then we're going to do the stars on this side. I hope so. Okay. Like so. And you know what? I am going to bring in that's Mango Melody. I think I'm going to go ahead and use Mango Melody anyway. I think it will be fine. I'll just try to do it much lighter like that. Okay, so now we're going to do these stars in Mango Melody. Yeehaw. And I did get a little bit on the bottom, but I think I'm going to be okay with that because, oh, you know what? Look at that. It changes the color. Of course it is, Tina. Don't you know that when you mix blue and green? Okay. There. Oops. All right. So that's going to be okay. All right. So that looks really cute to me. It's not as perfect as I would like for it to be, but it is very pretty. Okay, so now we're going to cut our paper. So let's go ahead, and I need that to be, do you remember what size I cut this at? I think I cut it to 4, right? So I need 4 inches. So I need 4 inches this way. So I'm going to do 4 inches. And that is perfecto because it cuts off our flap. The envelope flap. So there. So that's that. And then I wanted to cut 2 inches, I think. Oh, you know what? I am going to go from this end here because, I'm going to cut 2.5 inches because I want enough room for my candle wicks. Maybe I'll go 2.25. 2.25. I think that will give me, no, because I have this real high one right here. What if I go this way? So if I go 2, yeah, if I go 2, that is going to be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 inches. And I got enough for my candle flames. And that is going to go right on the bottom, just like so. All right. So we're going to glue this down. Just like that. All right. Isn't this cute so far? I really like this. And you know, we could, no, because, oh shoot, I glued that upside down. I knew I was going to do something wrong. It's all right. Hopefully this will peel up easy. Maybe not. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. There isn't a way to fix that because I didn't give room. I wanted my candles to have room for their flames. So we are going to re-glue this down. Maybe a storm should have come tonight, so I didn't have to get on here and mess up tonight. Oh, it's all right. It is okay. We can laugh about this, right? Again, it's live, and you never know what's going to happen. Okay, so I'm sure that this is going to be a little bumpy, but maybe nobody will notice. That's my motto. Nobody will notice, right? And they didn't know that it wasn't supposed to be like that. All right, there we go. Okay. Now, I have little bitty candles from the paper where I use the envelope flap to cut out them. So I already have them cut out. Did I do it again? Oh my goodness. I most certainly did. You guys, I'm losing my mind. Oh, I most certainly did. I put it the same way. Okay. I'm not sticking to my finger. Got so much glue on there now. Okay. I can't believe I did that. I fixed it and then I turned around and glued it on the exact same way. I know I cut a big one too. Maybe I did not. Thought I cut a blue one. Well, we can cut a blue one. All right, so I want my green one to go there. And I don't think I'm going to pop these up. You can pop them up if you want to make this card, if you have the paper pumpkin kit. I'm not going to, because tonight it's not going to go right. So I'm just going to glue it on there. All right, so we've got a couple of these guys here. Oh, come on. Now my glue doesn't want to come out. I tell you. Okay. And we're going to glue that one right on top of there. Probably should have popped them up, because what's the point of cutting them out if you're not going to pop them up so that you can see the difference? But you know what? I'm just gluing these guys down tonight. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just glue them down. Okay, We'll get through this somehow, some way. And that looks like that is cut really skinny, but we're going to put that on there anyway. Because at this point, all right. Oh, goodness. You know what? It is what it is. And I'm not even going to bother to cut it out because really and truthfully, you can't even really tell that they're cut out. Okay, so I already have some little flames cut out, and I did see the candle idea from there's one. Nope, I wanted the blue one. Oh goodness, I forgot her name. Rachel Tessman with Stamp Your Art Out. And she got the idea from someone else, I don't remember who, but with the candles, but she used the sprig punch, and I thought this was absolutely genius. Look at that. You cut it out and you make your flames. Isn't that genius? I tell you, some people just have wild, crazy, awesome imaginations, that is for sure. They see things that I don't think I would ever see. All right, so I am thinking that my flames, I got enough there. Okay, so you could pop those up too, but the way that my night is going, I think I'm gonna stumble with that one. So what, I want them to pop up a little though. Maybe, because these are such little things, I think we need to put in the sandbox idea box with Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. Miniature. So we have minis, we have regulars, and we need miniature dimensionals for like these little tiny projects, little tiny things. I tell you, these things are so little. So I am going to try, I think I'm going to use my take your pick tool here and see if I can put that right on there like so. Alright, this is a little tedious here, but it's worth it. It is worth it. I'm going to cut that in half, and then I'm going to cut it in half again. I really am going to use my take your pick tool again. I'm trying to pick the bigger ones so that I can fit these on here better. Okay, so there we go. There's that. And where is, I lost one. I don't know where it went. We got that one, so let's put that one right here, like so. And then we're going to do another one. Did I only do 3 of them already? Goodness gracious. Okay, so we're going to put that one there. Well, that one slid a little bit on me. Let me see if I can't. There we go. Maybe. Okay, I have 5. I'm good with that. Okay, so I am going to take off the backing off of that one. And then I'm going to put my flame right there. It actually could go a little higher. Take the backing off of this one. Come on. I really don't like working with really little pieces because it's so difficult with my fat fingers. Okay. Well, come on, you little booger. All right, there we go. All right, and then we are going to put, see these little ones, they don't want to pop up very well for me either. This is going to drive me nuts. Absolutely nuts. Okay. Come on. There we go. And let's see, we'll put one right here. And I think it looks cute. I think, anyway. Maybe not so much. And let's put one here. And then we have one more. And where should we put him? Actually, I think I'll just leave it with 4. That one's not wanting to stay on there, though. Okay, there we go. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to use a little Wink of Stella, and we're going to color these flames. Wow, that one just really wants to pop up. That's a rogue flame there. Okay, so there we go. Come on. Why won't you stick like you're supposed to stick? There we go. All right, and then you know what? I was going to put that on this on the Seaside Spray, but we didn't really use. Actually, I kind of like that. It's going to go on the Seaside Spray. Okay, so we are going to just put this on here. I made it work, even though I ended up not putting my my paper the right way, even after I peeled it off. Okay, and then we need our, aren't these little flames cute? I like them. Okay, we need a sentiment, so we're going to use Happy Birthday. So I'm going to bring this in here, and we're going to use the Happy Birthday, and I think I'm just going to use Calypso Coral. Calypso Coral. And stamp that right on there. I think it's straight. It looks pretty good to me. Okay, there we go. And we're going to pop this off. And then we are going to put this right there, I think. Happy Birthday. You know what? I was going to put some twine on there too, but nah. Okay, I already glued it down too, so I can't. All right, so Happy Birthday is going to go right there. And I think I'm going to pop it up too. So let's pop it up. So this card did not turn out quite as cute as I had envisioned it, but it is still really cute. And I'm sure with a little bit of tweaking, it will be fun. It'll be a fun card. Okay, so there we go. So what do you think about that? So you know what? I think I want to put just a little bit of Wink of Stella in some of these. In some of them. I'm going to put them in all of them. But I think, let me see how that is. Let me see, we need some right in here. There. How's that look? Maybe up here. And maybe here. And here. And this one right here. All right, can you see the glitter in that? So you think it's still cute? It turned out okay. So that is a Piper Pumpkin idea. And even if you're not quite sure you like it, maybe it inspires you to do something similar, but in your own way. So, or if you like it, great. And you can make it just like that. So let me bring these back in. So we have this one. Let me move this crud out of the way here. The crud meaning this scrap paper, not all this other stuff. This other stuff is by far not crud. Okay, so and scraps too. Okay, so we have this one and then we have this one. We never did put a sentiment on that, but oh well. Not every card has to have a sentiment. And then we did this one. So hopefully you guys like them. I think this one's still a little plain too. Just not quite sure what else to do with it, but there we go. So I hope you guys like this, and thank you for joining me today, you guys. Oh, let me do the drawing real fast. This is what you're going to be getting. I think I showed it to you already. I'll show it to you again. This is what you're going to be getting is a quarter pack of Designer Series paper. So I only had 2 people that commented that they shared. So those will be the 2 people that are going to be in the drawing. So let me get up the Wheel of Names. Wheel of Names. Wheel of Names. Lynette, I thought that you shared, but it didn't say in the comments that you shared in last Friday night's video. Did you? Do 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 do. Are you answering me? I know it's such a delay. I hate the delay. Yeah, I thought I saw it too, but when I went back, it wasn't there. So I am hoping that nobody else commented and I didn't get it. Okay, so because I really want to give everybody a fair chance. Okay, so here we go. Bloop, bloop, bloop. It is spinning. Let me turn it. I really want to give everybody a fair chance. Okay, so here we go. And it is Lynette. I wish I could show you guys it. I probably could. Can you see it? There you go. Woohoo! Congratulations. Alrighty. So let me flip this up. Hopefully I can do this without hanging up on you guys. And hopefully it's in the right place. And let's turn that off. Get that sound off of there. Ugh. Hate that. Okay, there we go. So we're good. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you do like these paper pumpkin alternatives that I came up with. They were difficult for me this time. I am excited about this month's Paper Pumpkin, and if you have not subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, I do hope that you do, and you subscribe under me. I'll put a link in this video. It will be there definitely by tomorrow. And you have until the 10th, which is tomorrow, to subscribe. So I do Paper Pumpkin alternatives every month. This month I'm a little bit behind on it, but I hope that you like them, because sometimes, you know, you don't always aren't fond of the projects that are in the kit. You just can't please everybody all the time. So we all try to come up with Paper Pumpkin alternatives just to give ideas and suggestions, and also sometimes what we can come up with can also stretch your kit out a little bit longer too, so that your kit will make more cards than what the kit called for. Yeah, so that's it. So again, thank you very much for joining me. You guys are awesome. You rock. Thank you so much for your support and your encouragement. And mostly thank you for your orders too, because that's what keeps me going, and that's what helps me to bring you all the inspiration that I can bring you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. You guys are rock. Doodly doo.